There are 320,000 homeless people in the UK alone. 10% of these people have dogs, leaving around 32,000 homeless dog owners. So who helps to keep the dogs healthy?
We'll start from the start. Why do you run this business,
Yeah, I mean, it's a business, not a business really, it's a charity. So we're now a registered charity. So we run it because it provides free treatment for the homeless people and vulnerably housed as well, so, and their pets. So we're giving free veterinary treatment. Yeah, I'm involved with this charity personally because I've been a veterinary nurse and worked in animal welfare for over 20 years. So it's just about having that experience and being able to use that experience and give something back and support other people as well, you know, younger vets and younger nurses to come along and help us. So from a personal point of view, it's sharing knowledge and sharing experience. And now I'm self-employed, you know, I've got time to spare and give time for free. It's increasing, you know, the homelessness problem is increasing, so therefore we are seeing more dogs. So probably over our 23 areas, probably reaching about maybe 80 dogs, something like that. When I'm out in Piccadilly Gardens, I do Piccadilly Gardens because I'm the Manchester coordinator. We have between 10 and 15 dogs at the moment that we treat.
So who are the people behind the 10%?
My name's John, my dog's name's Arlo.
Where's your dog now?
He's in the kennels. Because I'm on the streets, I've paid to put him in the kennels for a few weeks, just because I don't want him suffering on the streets. Basically, I took him off someone who was mistreating him. The guy had him locked in an house for 3 years, didn't let him out or anything. When I seen the state of him, I could see his rib cages and everything, so basically I just took him off the guy. I said, you can't look after him, I'm taking him.
What does your dog mean to you?
My dog means the world to me. I've no kids, so he's like a kid to me. He means the world to me. Yeah. I've been offered shelters and refused them because I can't take my dog. I've given my dog food before I've ate myself. When people give me food, I'd rather give it to my dog than eat myself. Yeah, street park, they made me nervous first of all because obviously a lot of people give us stick for having dogs on the streets. They think we mistreat them. But I've had people come up to me and said that my dog looks better than most house dogs. You know what I mean? So he is well looked after. I were actually in hospital for a month and Street Paws actually paid for him to go in the kennels. So they have really helped me. Yeah. Basically, my dog does help me. I do get more money when I've got my dog with me, obviously because they come over petting the dog and they feel sorry for the dog. He's helped me in other ways when I've been asleep at night. People have tried robbing me and he's gone to attack them, you know? Yeah. So he's protected me. And now I feel vulnerable without him. I'm suffering now. It's breaking me heart that he's not with me now. He should be at my side.
What does the general public think why the homeless would want to own a pet?
Owning a dog, you're more likely to bring in more donations for kind of like the pity factor because people relate to owning pets.
I think a homeless person's going to own a dog because, well, it gets really rough on the streets, especially like winter months. It can be like gets dark earlier, etc. And I think it's just a form of protection for them.
Well, it might be the only thing they had left when they became homeless.
Name's Barry, the dog's called Trio. We're partners. It was a friend's friend who had got into another relationship and had started a new job and just couldn't take care of the dog anymore. And she was off to our parade kennels, but luckily enough we met before she got there because I don't think she'd have done well in kennels.
What does your dog mean to you?
Existence.
Yeah?
It does, it means a lot more to somebody who the the main part of the life, and not only that, it's the main reason to be around. And she's very stunningly good looking, so she does attract people in. You know, so she helps me more than I help her. You know, you're living, don't you, Tio? You should do. The dog, oh no, I can't, I would not go into a shelter that I would have to leave the dog outside. I don't like to go, I don't like to leave the dog with anybody else. I don't even like other people having over the lead of the dog just in case. Do you know, if the dog went, I just wouldn't know what to do. So no, if the dog's not welcome, I'd rather not go.
Of course, yeah.
Fantastic. You know, it's hard NHS. You know, so yeah, fantastic. Like, you can get help, and the help is local. I like, you know, the PDSA is brilliant in that lot, but it's getting the dog to a PDSA centre. You know, it's difficult. Life without the dog would be lonely, very lonely. No, I don't think it would. The quality of life would be great without the dog. I spend most of my day talking to the dog, so no, I can't imagine life without her. It means that much.
What kind of treatment do they give to the dogs?
So when we treat the animals through street paws, what we normally do is we'll meet at 5 or 6:30 in Manchester Piccadilly. We'll walk around, and then we have, if we see someone with a dog, we'll approach them. If there's a lot of us, we'll just sort of, maybe one or two of us go up, because if a whole big horde of people go up to them, it can be quite nerve-wracking. And we'll just say, oh hi, we're from Street Paws Charity. Do you need any care for your dog? Is there anything particularly you're concerned about? Do you need a vaccine? Do you need some flea and worm treatment? And normally they love that they're dogs, and they're normally really happy for us to go and treat them. And that's normally, I guess, how we would approach and start the treatment. If they need sort of, I don't know, any medicines or anything, depending on what we have in our bag, we'll either give them what we have or organise getting some to them at a later date, if we can do. So when we approach the owners, they're normally initially a little bit wary if they haven't met us before. There are a few out there that know us. They see the red t-shirt, they see the Street Paws sign, they might recognise our faces, and they're sort of glad to see us. There are a few that potentially a bit wary. They're concerned that maybe you might take the dog away, or that you're there for the animal and they might think that they're not looking after them properly and take them away. So they can be a bit wary at first, but they're normally pretty happy to see us, because, you know, they get their vaccines, their flea and worm treatment, they want the best for their dogs. Sometimes we have food and coats and stuff to give them, so they're normally pretty welcoming and happy to see us, and nice, lovely people actually. I haven't found this work to be dangerous. I found that all of the people that we approach are actually really welcoming and friendly. I've never once felt threatened. There were a couple of dogs that are, like, really, if just a couple of dogs that potentially are a little bit more nasty, but the owners have good control of them, and apart from worried about the dogs maybe getting a bit touchy with new people, I've never felt threatened by any of the people, and most of the dogs are lovely and friendly and approachable. I do Street Paws because I guess I just wanted to use my veterinary degree to give back in some sort of charitable way. And in Manchester, living in Manchester, you see so many, like, it is a crisis, like the homeless situation, and see a lot of street dogs out there, and it's just something I can do, use my degree in a way to give back to the homeless society in a way. I guess it's something charitable I can do with my degree, I guess, basically.
This is just one of many charities trying to fix the growing homeless issue within the UK, to the point where 1 in every 200 people are considered homeless, and this number is growing by 1,000 people every month. But together we can change that by helping your local charities through donations or volunteer work.